So we'll start topic 4 today. Topic 4 is about the stoichiometry. Stoichiometry, in this topic, it's all about calculation. Like in this chapter, you will learn the calculation part related to chemistry. So the first one is empirical and molecular formula, the first topic. The learning objective. This is the learning objective 4.1 of stoichiometry. Now, first is the molecular formula. What is the meaning of molecular formula? The molecular formula, the formula which represent the actual number of atoms present in the compound. So, how many atoms are present in a compound? We call that formula as molecular formula. Example, if I draw the structure of methane, which is CH4. So, how many carbon atoms are present in this? How many carbon atoms are present in this structure? 1. And how many hydrogen atoms are present in the structure? Normally 1 we do not write, because that if we write the symbol that shows, so it contains 1 carbon and it is having 4 hydrogen. So this is a formula which is showing the actual number of atoms. So the formula which represents the actual number of atoms, what we call that formula? We call that formula as molecular formula. Is it clear? The molecular formula is actually representing the actual number of atoms present in the structure or present in the compound. Same way, if I write or draw the structure, equivalent structure of water, how many hydrogen atoms are there? So it contains 2 hydrogen atoms. How many oxygen atoms are there? So one oxygen atom, 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. So the formula which represent the actual number of atoms, what we call that formula? We call that as a molecular formula. Same way, if I draw the structure of carbon dioxide, how many carbon atoms are there in carbon dioxide? It contains 1 carbon. How many oxygen atoms are there? 2. So 1 carbon and 2 oxygen, this formula we call that as molecular formula. So molecular formula is the formula which represent the actual number of atoms present in the structure. So the actual number of atoms present in the structure, we simply call that as molecular formula. But what is empirical formula? The empirical formula, the formula which represents the simplest ratio between the atoms present in the compound. Like example, if I say this is a structure, this is a structure is given. So how many carbon atoms are there? 2. How many hydrogen atoms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 carbon atoms and 6 hydrogen atoms. This is which is representing the actual number. We call that as molecular formula. But what is empirical formula? The empirical formula, the formula which represents the simplest ratio. So what is the simplest ratio between 2 and 6? So how to take a simplest ratio? We divide by the smallest value. So smallest value is 2. So I'll divide both of them by 2. So this will be 1 and this one is 3. So the simplest ratio is 1:3. So when I write the formula in the simplest ratio, what I will call that formula? I will call that formula as empirical formula. So the formula which is having a simplest ratio of the atoms, we call empirical formula. The formula which is having the actual number of atoms, we call that as a molecular formula. Is it clear? The idea of empirical formula to everyone? The empirical formula means the formula which represent the simplest ratio between the atoms. So example, I gave the example that molecular formula of a compound is C2NH6. So a compound contain so a formula of a compound is C2NH6. So when we take a simplest ratio between the atoms 2 and 6, so how to take a simplest ratio? We divide by the smallest value. That's why we divide both of them by 2. So when we divide both of them by 2, this one is 1 and here for hydrogen it is 3. So ratio between carbon and hydrogen is 1 is to 3. So this formula which is having a simplest ratio, we call that as empirical formula. How they ask the question in exam, that is the second part. I will discuss that as well, Abdullah. But the first thing is you should understand the idea that what is the concept of empirical and molecular formula. Is it clear, the empirical formula? Exam type of question we will do. So another example, if a compound contain, say this is a structure. This is a structure of a compound. How many carbon atoms are there in this compound? There are 3 carbon atoms. How many hydrogen atoms are there? So it contains 3 carbon and it contains 8 hydrogen. So when we have 3 carbon and 8 hydrogen, the formula which represent the actual number of atoms, this formula is representing the actual number of atoms. What we call this formula, which is representing the actual number of atoms, so we call this formula as molecular formula. But what about empirical formula? How to get the empirical formula? Empirical formula represent the simplest ratio. So can I further simplify 3 and 8? So we cannot further simplify. It cannot be simplified. So if it cannot be simplified, so then what will be the empirical formula of this compound? The empirical formula will be C3 and H8 as well. So some compounds have the same empirical and molecular formula because it cannot be further simplified. So the simplest ratio will always remain 3:8. That's why it will be same. So some compounds have same molecular and empirical formulas, and some compounds have different empirical and molecular formulas. So another example, this is a structure of a compound. The structure of the compound is given. The first question is, what is molecular formula of this compound? The molecular formula represents the actual number of atoms. So how many carbon atoms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So C4. How many hydrogen atoms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So C4 and H10 is the molecular formula that represent the actual number of atoms. Now, then we need empirical formula. The empirical formula, the formula which represents the simplest ratio between the atoms. So it is carbon is 4 and hydrogen is 10. So to get the simplest ratio, I will divide, because 2 is a common factor, both are divisible by 2, so this will be 2 and this will be 5. So 2 is to 5 is the simplest ratio. So the empirical formula will be C2 and H5. Is it clear, this example? To everyone? Then another example. Now, what is the molecular formula of this compound? Molecular formula, 1 carbon and 4 hydrogen, so CH4. What is the empirical formula of this compound? The simplest ratio between carbon and hydrogen. Because 1 and 4 cannot be further simplified, so the empirical formula is also CH4. So this example, the compound is having the same molecular and empirical formula. Another example, this is the structure of the compound. My question is, what is a molecular formula? Molecular formula represent the actual number of atoms. C3, H6 and O. That's good. What about empirical formula? Yeah, the empirical formula will be same. Why it will be same? Because we have to take the simplest ratio between all of them. So carbon is 3, hydrogen is 6, and oxygen is 1. So they are already in the simple. We have to say, take a simplest ratio. Yeah, that's good, Abdullah. Because oxygen is 1, so we cannot further simplify this. That's why the empirical formula will be C3, H6, and O. So it's not like between the two atoms, the simplest ratio between all the atoms present in the structure, that will give us the empirical formula. Is it clear, this example? Abdullah Khan, Saim. So this is one of the way to get from the structure we can find molecular formula, and from molecular formula we can get the empirical formula. But exam style question, exam type question are a bit different. In exam, so what normally they ask in exam style question, they provide or they give mass or percentage, and we have to find empirical formula. So this is normally the exam style question. In exam, instead of giving the structure, what they do, they give you the mass or percentage, and they ask us to find the empirical formula. So for that, you have to follow 3 steps. Step 1, divide by atomic mass of element. Step 2, divide by smallest value. And step 3, convert all the ratio in whole number. So these are the 3 steps which we will follow to find the empirical formula. I will give an example as well. So these are the 3 steps which you have to keep in mind. That first we'll divide by atomic mass, then we'll divide by smallest value, and then we'll convert all the ratio in whole number. Example, if the question was find the empirical formula of compound contain 80% carbon, they can provide the mass, they can give the percentage, and 20% hydrogen. So that is the example, that's a question. So we have to follow the steps to get the final answer. First thing, we have the 2 elements which are present, carbon and hydrogen. How much carbon is there? 80%. So we write 80. How much hydrogen is there? 20%. So we write 20. Now, what is the first step? The first step is divide by atomic mass of the element. So we have to check the periodic table for this to get the atomic mass. This is the periodic table. What is the atomic mass of carbon? What is the atomic mass of carbon? Atomic mass. Atomic mass is 12. So atomic mass of carbon is 12. And what about, and they give you the key here that atomic masses are written at the bottom. So for hydrogen it is 1 and for carbon it is 12. So in exam we will have the periodic table. You don't have to memorize this. So our first step, divide by atomic mass. So what we do, we'll divide this by 12 I'll use another color so that you can recall. We'll divide this by 12 and we'll divide this by 1. So what is the answer when 20 is divided by 80 is divided by 12, sorry? That is 6.66. 6.66. 3 decimal places you will write the number. 3 decimal places you will write the number. Yeah, 6.667, that's good because the last, it's a recurring decimal. So 6.667. And when 20 is divided by 1, so that will be 20. That is our first step. Is it clear to everyone? Step 1. What we did, step 1, we divide by atomic mass. Now, step 2. What is step 2? Step 2 is divide by the smallest value. Which one is the smallest value here? Which value is the smallest? 6.67. 6.667. So we divide both of them by 6.667. That's the second step. So when we divide, this will be 1, and 20 divided by 6.667, that will be 2.99. So one of the value is 1, another value is 2.99. What is step 3? We'll convert all the ratio in whole number. So this is already whole number, but 2.99, what will be the nearest whole number for 2.99? That's 3. So this will turn into 3. So what is the empirical formula of the compound? So empirical formula of this compound, it contains 1 carbon and it contains 3 hydrogen. The simplest ratio is 1:3. So CH3. Is it clear? This way of finding the empirical formula. So first what we did, I will repeat. First what we did, we divide by atomic mass. That's our first step. Then we divide by the smallest value. That is our second step. And then we convert all the ratio in whole number. That will be our third step. And what we get, our final result, that is the empirical formula. Another example. So it's better you write these steps so you will remember. In exam, you will write CH3 because empirical formula. So formula represent atoms as well. So you will represent that 1 carbon atom and 3 hydrogen atom. So step 1, divide by atomic mass. Step 2, divide by smallest value. And step 3, we will convert the ratio into whole number. So these are the 3 steps which we will follow to get the empirical formula. Now another example, compound contain 82.5% carbon and 17.5% hydrogen. So these are the 2 substances present, 82.5% carbon and 17.5% hydrogen. So what we do, in the same manner, we have the 2 elements. It can be more than 2, I'm starting with the simplest example with 2, and then we will increase the number of atoms. 82.5, 17.5. What is our first step? Divide by atomic mass. So carbon, we already know it's 12 and hydrogen is 1. What is the answer for 82.5 divided by 12? 6.875. So that's 6.875. And when you divide something by 1, so that will be the same answer, 17.5. Now divide by smallest value. So which of them is the smallest value? 6.875. So we divide all of the number. So when we divide, this was step 1, step 2, and now step 3. This will be 1. What about the hydrogen? 2.545. Now, one of the third step, convert the ratio into whole number. One of the value is 1, but about the other value, it is written 2.5. So whenever 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, because this is 2.5, the ratio of 1 is to 2.5 is different from a ratio of 1 is to 3. So I cannot convert this 2.5 into 3. That will be wrong. Because we want to convert them into a whole number, but we don't want to change the ratio. So if one of the values is 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, and so on, so what we do in that case, we multiply them by 2 to convert them into whole number. So when I multiply, this will be 2, and 2.5 multiplied by 2, that will be 5. So the simplest ratio will become 2 is to 5, and the ratio will not change because the original ratio was 1 is to 2.5. If I write the ratio 2 is to 5, that is the same as 1 is to 2.5. So whenever one of the value is 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, what you do? You multiply all of them by 2. So when we multiply all of them by 2, it means 2 carbon and 5 hydrogen. So the empirical formula I'm writing in short, EF, it is C2NH5. Is it clear, this example? So we don't want to convert them directly to whole number, because otherwise if I directly convert, like one of the values 1 and other is 2.5, so if I directly convert this into 3, the ratio completely changes, because the ratio of 1 is to 1.5 is totally different from ratio of 1 is to 3. So whenever you have this type of question in which you have half, like 0.5, 1.2, then you multiply all of the numbers by 2 to convert them into the whole number. Is it clear, this example? Another example, this I want everyone to solve. You can just write the correct answer using green annotation. Just type the correct answer. A compound contain 75% carbon and 25% hydrogen. So what is the empirical formula? You can use the screen annotation. Divide by atomic mass. Instead of writing on the screen, use typed one because it will be easy to, or if you're want to write, that's also okay. You can use other part as well. You can use this space. Divide by atomic mass, then divide by smallest value, and then round off. The first divide by atomic mass, then divide by smallest value. So this is 75 divided by 12, 6.25. Yeah, that's correct. The empirical formula is CH4. So I will solve how we work out this. First, it is 75 carbon and 25 hydrogen. We divide by small atomic number. This is 12 and 1. So this was 6.25 and this is 25. Then we divide by smallest value 6.25. So both numbers should be divided by 6.25. So this is 1 and this is 4. It's already a whole number, so we don't have to convert into whole number. So CH4 is our last answer. Is it clear, this example, to everyone? So example, a sample of an iron contains 50.5 grams of iron and 21.6 gram of oxygen. What is the empirical formula of iron oxide? So I told you mass can be given, percentage can be given. So it is 50.4 iron is there and oxygen, I'll use this space, oxygen and iron. So 50.4 is iron and 21.6 is oxygen. First step is divide by atomic mass. So how to divide by atomic mass? Iron, when you check the periodic table for iron, so you can see iron is 56 and oxygen is 16. So iron is 56, this divided by 56 and this divided by 16. What is the answer? 50.4 divided by 56? 0.9. And what about 21 divided by 16? 1.3. Then we divide by smallest value. So 0.9 is the smallest value, so we divide both of them by 0.9. This will be 1. And what about 1.312 divided by 0.9? 1.45, I guess. 1.45 or 1, because it is 1.458 or 1.46 or 1.5 you can say. Because 1.458, it was 1.458. So if I round off 1.456, if I round off it will be 1.5. So one is 1, another one is 1.5. So what we do, if one of the values is 1.5, 2.5, so what we do, we multiply both of them by 2. So this will be 2 and this will be 3. So what is the right answer for this empirical formula of the compound? C will be the right answer. Is it clear? This example? To everyone? So tomorrow we'll do more questions related to empirical formula, and then we will discuss how to get the molecular formula from empirical formula. Any question related to the class today? Why we multiplied by 2? Abdullah, as I mentioned, if you remember, I told if one of the values 1.5, 2.5, the last number, will multiply by 2 so that the whole ratio will not change.